Morning, and it is the very last day of the month of April. Welcome to JoyNews Interactive. The show is coming to you live from digital address GA0992539 in Kokomemri, Accra, on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. As I said, the show is JoyNews Interactive. Our social media platforms for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is JoyNews on TV. In the last couple of months, kidnapping cases have been on the ascendancy, but finally President Akufo-Addo has broken his silence on the recent cases of kidnappings in the country. He says he is determined to deal with the situation. According to him, the emerging phenomenon is unacceptable and must be dealt with. Let's take a listen to him.
We are all concerned about this phenomenon of kidnappings, which we have not known. Our brothers and sisters in Nigeria have known it, but we have not known it in this country, and we need to do something about it to make sure that it doesn't become a feature of our society. I am very, very, very determined on the issue, and decisions are being taken as we speak that will be a clear manifestation of the determination I have to deal with this matter. Yes, the disturbing trend of citizens and of the reaction of security personnel, and also the attitude of citizens towards the serving personnel. These are all part and parcel of disturbing trends in our society that we have to find a way. There's a thin line about democratic governance that also we all have to bear in mind, and that is the freedoms and due process and all of that also can sometimes get in the way of the kind of actions that you want to take to address certain kinds of problems. But the balance between liberty and order, that balance is a balance that we have to maintain and ensure its sustenance at all times. We want to be free, but we also want to live in an ordered society where you can go to bed at night and feel comfortable, walk on the streets of your city and feel safe. So we need to balance the two. It's not always easy, but it has to be done. And I recognize the need for that to take place.
On social media, some of you have been reacting to what he said. Let's hop onto Facebook to hear what you guys have to say. And we have Alan Carl S., who says, how many weeks has it been since the girls were kidnapped? After all this time, you now show your face to give a statement. Mr. President, do you even live in Ghana? And Mahmoud Ibrahim Baba says, this man is one of the best in promises. Abba. And CC Kole says, after so many weeks after the girls were kidnapped, the president of Ghana is now making a statement sad, and it clearly shows that the ordinary people don't matter. Wasn't he able to comment on the Notre Dame thing? What a shame. No insults, please. Thank you. And Amina Karim says, it took the president weeks to address kidnapping of citizens of his country, but hours to tweet about the burning of Notre Dame. Wow, nice. And Osei Owusu Jane says, wow, what a president. Ghana is lucky to have your Soskets. Thank God you finally heard the news about the missing girls. We know your mind is preoccupied with France's Notre Dame international level, but all the same, as the saying goes, better late than never. Anna Eja. And Cindy comments, so it's now that you've heard of the issue, but when disaster struck in other countries, you hear fast and states pledging your support. Oh God. Are we safe in Ghana? Insensitive government. And Nana Foxtrot says, you've been sleeping for far too long. Addo Senga also comments, and it took you that long to comment on it. Ghana. Well, away from that, let's talk about press freedom. In the just released World Press Freedom Index, Ghana has dropped 3 places, losing its status as Africa's best-ranked country when it comes to press freedom. Somewhere in 2018, Ghana was the continent's best atmosphere for media personnel. Although we've come ahead of Britain and the US in the rankings, we have lost the bragging right as Africa's best-ranked in the Press Freedom Index. This drop was associated with the murder of investigative journalist Ahmed Hussein Swale and some brutalities against journalists. We'll be speaking to former Executive Secretary of the National Media Commission, George Sapon. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Well, correction, I'm still at foot at the National Media
So you're still there.
Commission.
Sorry for that. The Executive
that's
Secretary of the National Media Coalition. Okay. I'd like to find out, how do you feel about this drop in the World Press Freedom Index?
I think 2 things. A good ranking is a substantive virtue in itself. That as a democratic society, we have created for ourselves an environment of openness and transparency that enables everybody to express their opinions freely. Because that is also the only way by which we can aggregate opinions about what is the best way to develop our nation. So free expression is critical, and any indication that you are doing well on that is a big plus. But there's also the element of national pride in being the first on the continent. And it seems to me that everybody will agree that the slip is something that we need to work at in order to improve our ranking.
Okay. But do you think it's right for them to quote the murder of Ahmed Hussein Swale as some form of downgrade to us?
We don't know the circumstances under which Ahmed died, whether it is connected to his work or not. As far as I recall, the police are still investigating this matter. And so it's a bit dicey because the moment you cite that, then what you are saying is that the death is connected to his work. If you are making that assumption, then you are indicating that you know who killed him and you know the person's motive and you know that that motive is connected to his work. So that kind of direct linkage is a bit problematic, except that for advocacy purposes, any official kind of communication that highlights the death of our colleague is important. Its linkage with the ranking, I am not too sure about. There are a few other little, and it's not to undermine the quality of the report. When I look at the report, for example, there's a certain indication that part of the work, the citation of Ahmed as the person who did the work, it appears to me could have been a bit nuanced because we know that it is Tiger Eye led by Anas, and Ahmed is a very critical element of that process. But the linkage that he is the one who did the investigation and he's been killed, I think that they could have handled that a bit better. And then in the report, I read that they indicate that there's a member of parliament of the ruling party who had been cited in the report. I'm not too sure if the report cited any member of parliament belonging to the ruling party in the video. Little things like that I think the report could have clarified. But all in all, it appears to me that all of us need to sit back and to say as a society, what do we need to do to improve the free expression situation in our country that everybody already believes we are doing well, and I believe strongly so. But incidents like the one that you just referred to are so important that we can't ignore.
Okay. My final question to you is, how do we get back on track?
I guess that you already hint at it, that perhaps all of us as a society need to begin to think about what is the state of free expression in our country? What are the drivers of free expression? What are the threats to it? And I can see threats at different levels that all of us need to work at to make sure that we create a better, safer environment for the practice of free expression and freedom of the media in Ghana.
Okay. Thank you very much, George Sapon. He is the Executive Secretary of the National Media Council. Thank you very much, Raina. Now, it's time for us to take a short break, and when we are back, we'll give you our Tuesday thoughts and some more stories.
Are energized, they are back to their desk.
Welcome back to show Joy News Interactive with me, Selina Ampo. Now let's talk about the Pope and hairdressers. It's common knowledge that hairdressing salons are a female safe haven for gossip. Sitting under the dryer or washing your hair, it seems like a good time for catching up with gossip and the neighbors and friends. I'm sure you are wondering who I'm talking about, the hair salon. Well, just yesterday, the Pope Francis gave some advice to hairdressers visiting the Vatican. He says, be nice to your customers and thou shalt not gossip. And most of you have been reacting to this on social media. Let's hop onto Facebook to read some of the comments. And we have Damide Simon, who says, sounds funny, but the truth. Saloons among city dwellers and boreholes or wells among rural dwellers are the points of gossip. More comments will be coming your way. Just drop a comment on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's Joy News on TV. And we have Kinsley, who says, very funny though, but true. They do gossip a lot there. And Stephen Nkrumah says, so it's worldwide. I thought it's only in Ghana. Well, it's time for us to do Tuesday Thoughts. On Tuesdays, we like to know what you are thinking. And Robert Legend says, expect problems and eat them for breakfast. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Good morning. And Hash Goenka says, think who matters to you, who never did, who will not anymore, who always will, and don't waste your time on people who were part of your past. There's a reason why they didn't make it to your future. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And Chris Kirubi says, remember, your look is a representation of your character. Your products and services will be associated with you. If you are going to do something, do it right and don't waste your time on shoddy work. It will cost you more, but worth it in the end. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Hashtag Ask Kirubi. And Hola says, I want to be eternal, so decades after my demise, I will be celebrated. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And Fapa says, don't sit down and do nothing. Poverty loves that. Get engaged and be productive. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And David Zwane says, good morning. God is God is for you, He's on your side, and what He has purpose for your life will come to pass. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And Bongza says, never close any doors for anyone, cause one day you may need them to open the door for you from the outside. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And Paul says, hard work doesn't mean too many extra hours sitting in an office. It means delivering your responsibilities timely and effectively. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And a girl says, start your day with a new hope and leave bad memories behind. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Monique tweets, be kind to other people for no reason at all. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Hashtag Tuesday Motivation. Well, away from that, it involves movement of many parts of the body, usually to some rhythmic sounds. I'm talking about dancing. Dancing has a very effective way of relieving us of stress. Yesterday was World International Dancing Day, and Komladum filed this report for us to remember the day. Let's take a look.
Now, a lot of work and little rest could lead you to huge stress. And if stress is not handled properly, it could be disastrous. And well, some find ways of relieving stress. At least I have. Dancing is my way out. And it has been proving that dancing is a great form of exercise. Never mind the form or steps, and whether in the church, the pub, at home or the workplace, everyone can do something. The last few years have given us some really interesting steps with equally fascinating names. Oh yeah, the Azonto that took the world by storm. Now watch me do my Azonto, Azonto, Azonto. Now watch me do my Azonto, Azonto, Azonto. Now watch me do my Azonto. Or does the Al Qaeda work for you?
Number 2, Al Qaeda.
Hey, me hey. Al Qaeda. Yes.
If that's too much, well, try the shaku shaku.
Shaku shaku dance.
The Gwara Gwara, which became popular after this South African boy's video went viral, has become another favorite.
Gwara Gwara dance.
Our friends in Nigeria have also given us some eclectic steps. Olamide and his counterparts gave us this.
All I want us to do is to shocky.
The shoki, which we understand is a Yoruba slang, which means the dance step. I personally think this is just a walk in the park, the Akwaba. No excuse for fatigue. But these ones are arguably the most popular right now. This one by Guilty Beats, Mr. Easy and Kwesi Arthur on their song Pilolo is banging. Not too sure if it beats Medical's Omada inspired dance steps, but that's also banging. Or even the Zanku. Well, whichever one works for you is fine. And as the world marks International Dance Day to essentially promote the art of dance around the world, do make an effort. If you're able to stand on your 2 legs, don't be an armchair dancer. And no matter where you go, go with your dancing shoes. It is actually refreshing. Bye.
Well, you have it right there. It's time for us to wrap up on the show, bringing more lovely stories tomorrow. Goodbye for now.